Welcome to NYN Discovery. Subtitles available in English, French, and Chinese. If you live in Taiwan, there are questions you cannot avoid. The most frequent inquiry from the locals is, why do you love Taiwan? Why do you stay? For them, this scenery is often just the backdrop of everyday life. But the world is vast, and the sun sets on every horizon. Travel teaches us to recognize the unique soul of a place. Here, we find a fragment of the answer. A reminder that while the sun is the same everywhere, the view from here is unlike any other. Do me a favor, close your eyes for 2 seconds. When you picture a rice field, what comes to mind? Do you have any idea what the land looks like at the very start of the season? Do you even know if Taiwan grows its own rice? At the beginning, it is just a piece of land, bare earth, flattened and shaped. Then comes the water, flooding the soil, preparing it to receive the life of the young shoots. In truth, using the rice fields for drone training combines the drill with the view, to skim the ground, pushing the drone as low as possible, fighting against the wind to gain dexterity. In manual mode, every mistake is paid in cash. The fear of signal loss is a constant ghost. The real reward isn't just the footage, but when the motors stop and the machine lands without a scratch. The weekend is also an invitation to wander, to walk the land, observing how the fields are managed, and discovering exactly what the soil is producing. It leads to unexpected encounters, like finding a professional pilot treating the crops in the middle of a weekend stroll. You set out for rice, you discover tomatoes. Just across the path, the revelation is immediate. The landscape explodes into a vast expanse. Endless fields of rice, and then pure luck strikes. A train cutting through the stillness. Capturing this specific moment feels like a small victory. The timing was perfect, turning a simple flight into a memorable shot. Batteries died, but the mission wasn't over. The exploration must continue, not to fly, but to scout. It becomes a quest for the perfect conditions. Find a new location, protected from the gusts, ready for the next takeoff. Suddenly, on a rice parcel, the goal was there. Rice farmers, harvesting. It was the opportunity to talk to them and finally discover what had been sought for months. They share their knowledge, the difference between the long grain and the short one, the pride and the quality.
The flight was over, but the real journey was in this exchange, a moment of connection grounded in the soil. This is why we stay, not for what we already know, but for what remains to be discovered. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse of Taiwan, please subscribe to NYN Discovery and tell me in the comments what is your reason to stay in Taiwan. See you in the next video.